We are back. Welcome back to Iron Woman Talks. I'm Lisa McCallum, and you're wondering what that picture was that I sent to all these guys when I was married. Yeah, and I just want to say, you know what? I did do that, and I just want to take you back to that moment because I know that there are a lot of people who are in this same situation where they have done this. They have sent pictures of themselves to other men, or if you're a guy, other women, whatever. And what are we looking for? You know, what is it that we are searching for? Why are we doing it? Why did I do it? Why are you doing it? There are some really great reasons here, and that's what we're here to discuss tonight. So I will take you back to my moment, because when I did this was about 6 years ago. I was still married, and we had been going to some counseling, yes, for sure. And I was training for Ironman at that time, and I felt really incredible about my progress. And yes, how I looked, but how I looked was a real reflection of the training, the dedication, and the hard work that I had been putting into this race. But that's no excuse, and that's no reason why I sent pictures out. So I remember being at the computer, and I had this picture of me in my bikini at that time and looking super fit. And I sent it out to 3 men. Two single guys. One I had dated at some point in my life. One who was just a very good friend, and another who was married. I had a friend as well. And I remember being at the computer and sending these pictures, or there was just one picture, I believe, that I sent out, just one. And I pressed send. And I was actually excited because I was wondering what I was going to get back. What was it? What was the reaction? What were the words that I was going to get back? But also, at the same time, I had to cover up my tracks for what I was doing because I didn't want my husband knowing that I had sent this out. Now, why wouldn't you want your husband to know? There's a good question as well, or your partner here. So subconsciously, I knew this wasn't the right thing to do. It wasn't, but I did it anyway. And you know what? The reaction that I got back, I can't quite remember, actually, out of 2 of them. I think they said something like, "You look amazing." They didn't say, "You look hot," that type of thing. They said, "You look incredible." But the other reaction that I got, or the feedback, was something to the effect of, "Good for you. Well done. You've worked really hard. Hi, Amanda. Hey, it's been a long time. This is great. I'm really glad that you're watching this." Because, you know what? For me to open up this is a really big step. I mean, even my kids, they know about this. And not really many other people. And I know it's a really tough situation to be in, and that's why I've brought it up tonight, to bring light and awareness to this particular subject. So like I said, that last reaction that I got from this other guy was, "Well done, hard work that is paying off. You've done a great job." And that's what I was really looking for. I wanted validation for the work that I had put into myself. That's what I was looking for. But why was I looking for this validation? And this is where I want to step further into this tonight, because we do a lot of blaming. We are blaming the other person in this relationship, and that was me. I was blaming him for not giving me the needs that I needed. And you know what? No one gets to the point where they're sending a picture of themselves in their bikini to another man without going through a lot of stuff in the first place. I mean, I certainly hope this wouldn't be something that you're entering into right away in a marriage. I mean, at this time I was probably married, I think 14 years. So to get to that point, yes, I was emotionally starving and I needed to be fed, definitely. I was not getting my needs met, not at all. And it doesn't even really matter in this talk that I am talking about tonight as to why your needs are not being met. That can be many, many reasons. It can be that they're not capable. They don't want to. They're not interested. They've tried and they can't. There's so many different reasons. But the key thing here is being aware of what your feelings are and why you need certain things in your life. And by natural habit, we go out and we search and we go get our needs fulfilled. We should be. I mean, to suppress all of that, well, that causes a lot of resentment and a lot of anger between two people. And when your needs aren't being met, neither is the other person's as well. Try putting yourself in their shoes for a minute here. They can't be getting their needs met if yours aren't. So this is where I was at in my marriage at this time. And I sent this out. Now, it's wrong. There's no other way of looking at this. It is not the right thing to be doing. And I would say, if you are satisfied, you're happy, you're fulfilled in your marriage, your relationship, then you wouldn't be doing this. You wouldn't be searching out some kind of affection or adoration or some kind of validation from another person outside of the relationship. And I know that this is very prevalent in today's society because now we have social media and we can all be sending pictures like this easy and getting some kind of instant gratification back. The one thing that I'm really happy about is I didn't send any nudes. I've never done that, nor will I. But you know what? It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It's that I crossed the line and it was wrong. And I don't even remember how my husband found out at that time. But I know I covered up 2 of them. But I wasn't good enough at covering up that 3rd one. And you know, there's a reason for that. And I'm actually very happy that this did happen because, like I said, hi Sharon, oh my gosh. This is awesome that you're watching in at this time. Thank you so much. But yeah, there is, oh gosh, so many reasons why we do this. And it brings up conversation between a couple. I mean, why are you doing this? And why isn't the other person being able to fulfill your needs? And at this point in my marriage, I know that it was, I mean, if you're Canadian and you're watching this, it's like going to Canadian Tire for milk. You are not going to get milk at Canadian Tire. It's a hardware store. And I have tried over and over and over again trying to get that milk from Canadian Tire. It's the same thing in your relationship as women and men too, but we keep going back and back and back and back. Hi Lynn, thanks for coming in tonight. It's a repetitive pattern for us to keep going and trying to get something out of someone who cannot give this to us. I know I'm emotional at this point, but you know what? We have to start to become aware of this and stop it, because 2 people here are not being satisfied. They're not being fulfilled. I'm not saying to go out and get divorced. I'm not saying that. Certainly have some really great conversations about this. I mean, maybe you can fulfill each other's needs. But when you're getting to this point in your relationship, there's obviously something that really needs to be brought to the table. It's that elephant in the room that no one wants to talk about. It's too difficult. It's too hard. It's too painful. But I'm saying, you gotta do it. Because you know what? It's your life. And to be able to move forward in complete fulfillment with ourselves, just that internal relationship with who you are and being connected to exactly how you're feeling and what you need. And if it can't be from that other person, then it is time to move on. And by doing that, it's that old saying, and it's the truth. You're setting them free, and you're setting yourself free to go find what you really need to be happy. Oh, I love that you women, oh my gosh, I wish I could get all of you women in one room tonight. And well, we are here in one room tonight. It's just virtual, but to be able to speak. And that's another thing. I mean, you know what? To send a picture to someone, you might as well forget that. You know what? You might as well just go and be with them physically and romantically. I'm not promoting affairs here either, but you know what? At least it's real connection and real affection, and you're actually, you know what, being intimate with someone. Because on the internet, that's just bullshit. I mean, I don't know. It's not the real thing. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say tonight, except that once I realized this, that I just wasn't going to get my needs met anymore, and that took a lot of strength and a lot of courage. I had to go. I really did. And go figure out how to, thanks Lynn, okay, see ya. I had to go and figure out, you know what? Where is this lack of love that I am not giving myself? Because that's what it boils down to. It's getting back at really loving who you are and getting really, really healthy. I mean, this was the only time in my marriage. This was not a continuous thing. This was not an addiction that I had. And I recognized it, and I dealt with it as soon as I could. I mean, yes, there were a lot of challenges to this. It wasn't easy. But you know what? Now, like I said, you're both free and you can move on into a whole new world. A whole new world that's awaiting for so many of us. And it's not too late. I mean, it's not. I'm 50. I'm in the middle of my life because I'm going for 100 for sure. But look at the next 50 years of what we could have. Fulfilling relationships that are meant to be with each other, where we aren't in pain and suffering anymore. So I would love to share more with you. Vicky, thanks for checking in tonight. I mean, you know what? I know all of you women here, and beautiful women who I've connected to over my life. And I mean, I don't know what else I could say other than to really focus on how you're feeling and what you need, and to be able to bring that to the table with your husbands and talk this stuff over, because you never know. You might be both really, really open and ready to be growing with each other, where you can give each other what you want and what you need. And wouldn't that be remarkable? That would just be a beautiful thing. And you know what else in this as well is, I mean, I've been able to share this with my children. I asked them tonight, what do you think it is why someone would send out pictures? And they said the same thing. They said, obviously, your needs aren't being met, and you're looking elsewhere. And like I said, I am not promoting this at all. That is not what I'm here to do, to tell you to go send out pictures of yourself to other men. I hope that you could figure this stuff out before you get to that point. But like I said, getting to that point might be the point that you really need to know that it's time to be moving on and fulfilling yourself up. And that's the next step. It's not fulfilling yourself up with something outside of you, with another person, not for a long time. It is really getting in touch with your own feelings and needs, where you can go figure out and take the time to really love yourself and get yourself healthy again for that next relationship. So thanks for listening in, and welcome to Iron Woman Talks, because you know what? Iron Woman isn't just about triathlon. In fact, it's way more than that. It's having that courage to figure out yourself and this other person that's in this relationship with you, so that you're both fulfilled and happy in your lifetime. Well, I have to go. So thanks for listening in tonight. And if you want to see this again, I'm going to be posting it to my website, IamAnIronWoman.com, where you can watch this again. Feel free to say any comments that you want, or in private you can message me as well. I'd love to talk more. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you to all you women for listening in tonight. I appreciate it.